continue from the Friday Shiur. There's a lot of comments personally online, and so I want to address a few of the questions, not all of them today, some of them tomorrow. So first of all, when the Alter Rebbe says that it says kakoshuv that ish es roas reo al yala belvavchem, not even speak lashon, but even to think negative. What says, where is there such a koshuv? So the posuk in Zechariah in Perek Ches, posuk Yitzayin, that's the lashon. Ish es roas reo al tachshuvu belvavchem. So it says in Zechariah, Novi Zechariah, that not only you shouldn't speak bad about somebody else, even don't think about it. And the Rashi brings over here, what's Ishes Roas Rei? Hiziram al Tzinas Chinom. Yishriva Besamik the Sheni. Meaning that Lashon Hara, as we said Friday, it's only a symptom. When we speak Lashon Hara, what's the cause of that symptom? What's the inner cause? That the Tzinas Chinom said. The Novi Zechariah telling you, not only don't speak Lashon Hara, but Ishes Roas al Tachshuva Bilvavchem, don't even think about it. Okay, that's one question, was where it says. Okay, the second question was that L'choire, what the Alter Rebbe says, Ke'en machshavas avodas zora mamash. To think that, that's the Alter Rebbe. Where he took it. We said already Friday. That's Gemara in Erchin. That the Gemara from Rabbi Shmuel, the Brayso, Rabbi Shmuel says that speaking Lashon Hara, often Lashon Hara is k'neged sholosh aveiros of Gila Eresh avodas zora. So that's what he says. It's equals to all the sholosh aveiros, equals to avodas zora. And the Mela, as we said, the Machshava is even, over there speaks about the speaking, but the Machshava is greater than the speech, as we said, both ways. The Toiv the Mutav, the Mela, if B'dibur kach, how much more for Machshava? I'm not going to that detail why. Like, because one of the questions was, so why did the Alter Rebbe compare the Lashon Hara, the Machshava, to Avodah Zarah only? If it's based on that Bryce of Rabbi Shmuel, that's what it says. Rabbi Shmuel, Kalam Sapo Lashon Hara, Magdil Avoinas Keneged Sholosh Averes, Avodas Kechovim, Gilei Aroyos, Shvichus Domen. So why you compare that only to Avodah Zarah? Why didn't it say it's like Shvichus Domen? It's like Gilei Aroyos. So the Rebbe answers this question. It's broad, but the Rebbe says, because we'll see it's a Gemara in Kiddushin, the Gemara says that Avodah Zarah, it's a very unique Avera that Hashem punishes for a Machshava. Other inyanim, it's just Hirurim Roim, it's like any other Hirurim Roim, whatever it is, how bad it is, but punishing like you did the Maisa, it's only by Avodah Zarah. That's why the Alter mentioned Avodah Zarah. Here is the Lashon of the Gemara. Velo d'chsiv, Posuk in Yecheskel, Lemant Tfois es Beis Yisrael belibam. Hashem says, I'm going to hold them accountable for their heart. What it means, Omar Avocha bar Yaakov, Ahu ba'avodas kechovim u'd'chsiv. Avodas kechovim, even belibam, even the Machshava, HaKadosh Baruch Hu holds you accountable like you did it. That's why the Alter Rebbe mentioned, like it's equal. You might say it's not exactly the same, but the Alter Rebbe tells you thinking negative about someone else. It's machshavas about the Zorah mamish, not gila shvikus, because over there you even accountable for machshava. Okay, that's second question that we answered. There's another question. It was that somebody asked. Okay, you're telling me it's a very bad to speak, to think even negative about someone else. But the whole idea of Lashon Hara, the Gemara in Erchin elaborates on it. It's about speaking bad about some Moitzi Ra, Moitzi Shemra. What Shayach v'Machshava, Moitzi Shemra. So this, in the Shalos Tshuva Eretz Tzvi, I don't have the Sefer, I'm quoting another Sefer that quotes the Sefer, Shalos Eretz Tzvi. He brings this Alter Rebbe and he questions this. What Shayach Lashon Hara v'Machshava? It's a bad thought, but what Shayach? He says, he answers like this. That he brings a raya, the Iker Oven Lashon Hara, the main Oven Lashon Hara, it's not so much the speech, like I said, that's the symptom, the speech. Ela mitzat sinas chinom, the Iker Asina Ubalev. Nik Irik is a belev. Oh, so we see that Iker Asina Ubalev. And by the way, before we go to that Gemara, also it's an Erchin. If you look in the Torah, when it talks about the pasuk about Lashon Hara, it says clearly the one next to each other. Lo Yiselech Rochil Ba'amecha. It's in Lashon Meragel, who said. That's Lashon Hara. Lo Yisamod Al Dam Recha Ani Hashem. They say Lo Sisna Esochicha B'Levecha. The mamash next to each other. Why you come into Lashon Hara? Because you have sinas chinam. You wouldn't have a sinner if you wouldn't have the shoyresh. You wouldn't have the symptom. So that's one. So we see from here the Gemara also. It's in Erchin. Many of those Gemaras in Erchin. The Gemara in Erchin saying like this. Tonu Rabbanon. Lo Sisna it's daf tezayin amud bes. Lo Sisna Esochicha B'Levecha. Yochel lo yakenom lo yisterena v'lo yikalelen lo yikalkeleno. There's two girsois, lo yikalalan, lo yikalkalan, meaning it might mean maybe losisno when you do something physical, or at least in speech, like kalaleno, or mamash, yikalkaleno, you damage him, you hit him. Maybe that's what means sinas. The losisno sachicha. The Gemara says Talmud loymar bilvavecha. Sinas shebelev. Even sinas chinam, it's not. If you don't do anything, you never heard him, you never said anything bad about him. But sinas, it's sinas. That's why the Alter Rebbe says that you have to think about it's all a branch of Lashon Hara. Yeah, it doesn't have all the elements of Lashon Hara, and we're going to speak about it more. So one of the questions was, maybe I'm going to address it tomorrow. The whole idea of Lashon Hara is Lashon Tilisai, Kotal Tilisoi, 3 people involved over here. You're speaking, somebody listening, and you speak bad about someone else. L'chayra by machshava, it's all this not shayach, yeah, by machshava. So we're going to address this question tomorrow. But l'maisa, and some people ask l'chayra, it's too difficult. How could you for machshava? Sometimes you could trip in, think negatively. It's so difficult. So a few answers for that question. A, it's good to be aware. First of all, it's not easy to be a Jew. It's very difficult. The standards are very high. The demands of Hashem from us very high. It's good to know the machshava. It's not even thinking negative. It's good to know. You're already going to, with that awareness, you're already going to become better. Especially, and a second answer for that, if it's not so difficult, I'll tell you, if we do it without a year only, if we fear the punishment and the Aveira, it's difficult. I mean, if it's coming from fear. There was a Maisa in the first years when the Rebbe became a Rebbe in the early 50s. The Rebbe one time went to Menachem Oval by somebody's house. And he walked in, everybody got up, and people said, that's the Lubavitch Rebbe coming in. And one of them came to the Rebbe when he was sitting over there to Menachem Oval, says, I'm afraid I'm going to become your chassid one day. So the Rebbe told him, Why you come? I'm afraid. Why do you do it from fear? Do it from love. So something of it. When we come to this Indian of don't think even that. Oh, but it's difficult. Come from fear only. It's difficult. Yeah, but sometimes. But if you do it from love, why would I want to think bad about someone else? I love him. He's my brother. Why would I want to think bad? Memela, it's a lot easier. Coming from love. Coming from love, it's a lot easier. So it's not. It's less feeling like it's such a big stress. Okay, and sometimes you fall into bad place. You know that often clearly you cannot be think negative. It's even in some ways it's worse than dibur, as we explained this Friday. Why? Yeah, one more nakuda I want to bring. If a person is aware of it, always when it's neged to you, they say when you're in the Russian there's a saying, your shirt is closer to you. When the shirt is burning, you feel it more than someone else's shirt is burning. When it's closer to you, the idea what that does to you, not the enemy, to someone else. When you think negatively, talk negatively, you a lot more. It becomes more aware of it. It's a word of Meir Primishlan, a very important thought he brings us. You know it says always the Bala Simcha. We call somebody has a chasna, a bar mitzvah, something happens. It's a Bala Simcha. You know the Maisa, the Bala Simcha, the guy after the chasna, photographer came to he asked, who's the Bala Simcha over here? He's the Bala Simcha. He came to him, you're the Bala Simcha. He says, my bill and so and so, he said to him. He said to him, I'm a Bala Simcha, he says. I'm Bal Choyv, he says. The Bala Simcha is the caterer, he says. The Bala Simcha is the owner of the hall over here. Go tell him, I'm a Bal Choyv. So the question of Meir Mishnah, why the person that's Bala Simcha, we call him Bala Simcha. Oh, he owns the Simcha, he's a Bala boss of the Simcha. He's Sameach, he has a Simcha. What's Bala Simcha? Like you're Bala boss. So he said, when Hashem sends for you a Simcha, now you're a funnel for Simcha, the Simcha sticks to you. Since you have Simcha, you could share the Simcha with others. It's good for Bala Simcha, that moment there's a Simcha, Chasna, Bar Mitzvah, any Dvar Simcha, share it with others. Like by Yom Tov, you have to share with the Ani, with others. So that's a Bala Simcha. When Hashem sends Simcha to you, the Simcha sticks to you because you're a funnel. Through you now went oil. Even the funnel is only a funnel to take the oil from point A to point B, but the funnel become oily now. You also, the Simcha sticks to you. You share the Simcha with others. Something over here. If you, as a funnel, person is a funnel. You have through you going to that funnel a lot of thoughts and a lot of speech, a lot of actions every day. If you have negative thoughts the whole day or some of the day, Memela sticks to your funnel, to your kalim, negativity. You become negative. It affects you, makes you sick. Those negative thoughts. But if you realize I want to be Baal Hasimcha, I want to through me should go only positive thoughts, Memela sticks to you. Simcha sticks to you positive. You become healthier mentally, emotionally. So when we realize that, if it's good for us not to think negative about someone else, it's going to be a lot easier for us to think positive about others.